Hello, it's Dean here from DM Music Tuition, and this is part 2 of the series showing you how to make open chords easy in 5 levels. Today we'll be looking at the E major and A major chords. If you haven't done so already, check out part 1 where we look at the C major chord. Today we'll be looking at the tune Silence is Easy by Starsailor. So for those who have already seen part 1, you'll understand my method of breaking down chords into levels. Level 1 for E is open B and open E. Perfect round, E major, strum, take your hand off. A major now. Go to the 2nd fret of the B string. From the thinnest string, that's the string number 2, 1, 2. Like I said in part 1, what we need to do is make sure we're on our fingertips and we're kind of pointing towards the sky, and our nail is nice and close to the adjacent string. So in this case, our nail is getting really close to the G string. Pass method, so perfect round. Okay, A major, strum, take your hand off. For Silence is Easy, we're playing an E major, do 1 strum. Then you go to A major, and then you do 1 strum. Practice it slowly, making sure each note rings through. You don't want to go... Overall, we're just aiming to get a clear sound between the 2 notes and the 2 chords. 2 bars of E major, then we go to A major, and then we do another 2 bars. This means we're playing 2 notes per beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 really important to end on that 1 chord. It sounds so much more musical, and it sounds like you're ending something, you're ending your practice, so definitely recommend that. Once you've done that, and you can play with the actual track, we're going to move on to level 2. So for level 2, we're going to put our first finger on the G string, 1st fret. So the G string, we've got E string, B string, G, 1, 2, 3. It's the 3rd string up. E major, strum, take your hand off. Again, E major, strum, take your hand off. I'll probably recommend doing it about 3 to 4 times every day. For A major level 2, we're going to put our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the G, and then our 3rd finger goes onto the 2nd fret of the B. So it looks like that. A major, strum, take your hand off. Again, perfect round. A major, take your hand off. Okay, so the next stage is to do your chord changing. E, A, E, A, E, A. Okay, great. Now we're going to do a strumming pattern for level 2. The video is going to be a lot of playing along with me, so hopefully this will help, and then once you can play with me, you can then stick the track on and play along to that. I'm going to give you guys a count in. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 So now moving on to level 3. So we're going to introduce the D string, or we call it the 4th string. So either 1, 2, 3, 4, or E, B, G, D. For E major, we're going to put our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the D, first finger goes back onto the first fret of the G string. Perfect round, say the name of the chord, strum, take your hand off. E major, strum, take your hand off. E major, strum, take your hand off. The chord change goes from E to A. Now there's two different ways of playing A. The first one is actually utilising this shape really well. Move your first finger up and then place your third finger on the back onto the second fret of the B. So you guys might find that a bit easier to start off with. So I'm just going from my E, which is 2 1 0 0, to 2 2 2 open. So that would look like this: 2 2 2 open. Okay, A major, strum, take your hand off. A major, take your hand off. The other way of doing it, what you can do is actually do a complete change where you've got your first finger on the second fret of the D, second finger goes onto the second fret of the G, and then your third finger then goes onto the third fret of the B. So it's 2 2 2 opens. I would experiment with those two different ways. Perfect round. A major, take your hand off. A major, take your hand off. Okay, now we move on to the changing. You've got two different options. So you could either practice this and then just sliding the first finger up, putting your third finger down. Or you could do it the other way. Either way works, it's really up to you which one you prefer. Now we're going to move on to the strumming pattern. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Play along with the tune. Once you've done that, come back and we'll have a look at level 4. So for this one, we place our second finger on the second fret of the A string. Once you've got that on there, we're then placing our third finger onto the D string, second fret. Then our first finger goes back on to the first fret of the G string. A string, B, G, B, E. Perfect round. E major, strum, take your hand off. E major, strum, take your hand off. A major, all we do here is we play an open A string. So A major, strum, take your hand off, and again. A major, strum, take your hand off. Then we do the changing. Or we could go like that to that shape, whichever one you kind of prefer. There's no right or wrong, whichever one you feel more comfortable with. Okay, and now we move on to the strumming pattern again. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Great guys, now we're going to move on to level 5. Good news is, for level 5, we don't really need to do anything different with both these chords because we've actually got all the fingering down. Level 5 just introduces the low E string for the E major. Okay, nice big sounding chord there. And then for A major, use whichever finger you find more comfortable. Okay, once you've put that on, the thumb, and we're going to place it over the top of the neck. And what that thumb needs to do is actually just come over enough, just to touch that low E string. Once it's over there, you should get that sound. If you're over too much, you're going to get a fretted note, which we don't want. It literally just needs to come over a touch. Now, if we're looking at the perfect round now, again, if you get a dud note, remember to stop, correct it, and go back. So I'll deliberately do a muted note just to show you how that works again. So if I go, correct it, and go back, correct it, go back, back. There we go, there's our perfect round. So that might take a while to get to that stage with the thumb over. So here's the two results of putting your thumb over and not putting your thumb over for the A chord. So this is without the thumb. Okay, then this is with. In my opinion, there's quite a big difference between the two. So I really recommend spending some time on that, getting your thumb over, doing your perfect rounds. It's really going to help with the A major chord, and it's going to make you sound much better overall. Let's move on to level 5 strumming pattern. Okay, here's the counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you can actually play along to that track, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 or level 5, you've won the game. You know, you can actually play with the song. So that's it. I really hope you enjoyed that lesson today. Please join me in part 3 where we're going to look at another 2 new chords and another new song. So please subscribe and hit that bell icon for future uploads. Take care and see you next time.